Hey there, my dear child. I want you to take a deep breath and just feel me close to you right now. You know, sometimes life feels heavy, like you're carrying a weight you can't seem to put down. But here's something I want you to hold on to. The battle has already been won, my child. Rest now. I know that might sound a little surprising, or maybe even too good to be true. You might be thinking, but God, I'm still struggling. I'm still fighting, and I hear you. I see every tear, every moment of doubt, every sleepless night. But believe me when I say, the victory is already yours. You don't have to fight alone or keep pushing like the battle is still raging on. It's over. The fight, the pain, the fear. They don't have the final say. I've already taken care of that for you. Imagine a huge mountain blocking your path. You've been trying to climb it, feeling tired and unsure if you'll ever reach the top. But what if I told you that the mountain has been moved? It's no longer there. You can stop climbing, stop struggling, and just start walking on the smooth road ahead. That's what I want for you, to know that the hard part is done. The heavy lifting has been handled. Have you ever felt like you're stuck in a storm with no way out? Like the rain and wind are just too strong? I want you to picture me holding you close, shielding you from that storm. The clouds will part. The sun will shine again. You don't have to brave it all by yourself. I'm right here beside you. Can you feel that? That warmth? That peace? It's because the battle has been won. You can rest now. I want you to pause for a moment and just think about this. What would it feel like to truly believe it? To really trust that the struggle is over? How would your heart change? I'd love for you to share your thoughts with me. Drop a like on this video if you're feeling even a little bit of hope. Right now, it helps so much. And I want you to know that every little step of faith matters. Sometimes, you might wonder why things seem so hard if the battle is already won. That's a good question, and it's okay to ask it. The truth is, the results of victory don't always show up right away. Like seeds planted in the soil, they take time to grow. You might still see weeds or feel the earth is rough, but the harvest is coming. That's why resting is so important. When you rest, you're not giving up. You're trusting the process. You're letting me handle the timing and the outcome. Have you noticed how, when you try to do everything yourself, you end up exhausted? That's because you weren't meant to carry all that alone. I made you to lean on me to share your burden. What's one thing you've been trying to carry that you can give to me today? Tell me in the comments. I want to hear from you, my child. You might be thinking, but God, what about my fear? My doubts? Oh, I see them. I see how they try to sneak in and steal your peace. But here's the secret. Those fears don't have power over you anymore. They lost the battle. You don't have to fight them. You just have to remember who won. Imagine fear like a shadow that disappears when the light comes. I am that light. The battle is won, so the shadow has to fade away. I want you to imagine a place where you can lay down your armor, where you don't have to keep defending yourself. That place is right here in my love for you. You don't have to prove anything. You don't have to earn your rest. It's yours freely because the battle is done. Can you picture yourself there? If you can, let me know by liking this video. Every like is a little sign that you are stepping into peace. Maybe you're worried that if you stop fighting, things will fall apart. That's a common worry, but it's not true. When you stop fighting and start resting in me, I am working. Behind the scenes, like a master artist finishing a beautiful painting, I'm making sure everything comes together perfectly. You just have to trust the process. You don't have to see the whole picture right now. How does it feel to think that I'm in control? Share your feelings in the comments. I'm listening. You might ask, God, how do I rest? How do I stop worrying? That's a great question. Rest starts with letting go. Let go of trying to fix everything on your own. Let go of the what-ifs that keep you awake at night. And let me take those worries from you. Talk to me anytime, just like you're chatting with a close friend. I'm always here, ready to listen and to calm your heart. Have you ever noticed how a baby sleeps peacefully when held? That's how I want you to sleep, in my arm, feeling safe and loved. You don't have to hold the weight of your battle. Anymore, you're safe with me. If you're feeling tired right now, it's okay to rest. I want you to feel that permission deep inside you. You are loved beyond measure. I know some days it feels like the battle is still raging, like the noise and chaos won't stop. But remember, the battle is won. The noise is just the leftover echoes of a fight that's already done. It's okay to cover your ears and rest your heart. I'm carrying you through it all. So, take a moment now and close your eyes if you want. Breathe in deep and breathe out slowly. Feel my presence with you. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. The battle has already been won, my child. Rest now, and when you're ready, come back and let me know how that felt by liking this video. It helps you remember, and it helps others too. There's so much more I want to share with you, but for now, just hold on to this truth. You don't have to fight anymore. The victory is yours. Can you believe that? If you're still unsure, that's okay. We'll talk more about it. Just keep coming back here. Keep resting in me. You're doing just fine. Remember, my beloved, resting doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're wise enough to know when to stop and let me take over. You are stronger than you think because you're leaning on me. How does it feel to hear that? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Don't be shy. I'm here to listen. Before we move on, if this message is touching your heart, please give it a thumbs up. It's a small way to say, yes, I want to believe. And I'm so proud of you for that. Keep this video close. Watch it again whenever you need to remember. The battle has already been won, my child. Rest now. Let's keep walking this path together. I'm not done speaking to you. There's more peace, more hope, and more love waiting just ahead. For now, just hold on to this. You're safe. You're loved. The fight is over. Rest in that truth. And when you're ready, we'll keep going. I'm so glad you're still here with me, listening and opening your heart. That means everything. You know, sometimes the hardest part of resting is actually believing that it's okay to do so. You might feel like you have to prove yourself every day, like you have to keep showing up strong no matter what. But my sweet child, that's not how I made you. I made you to be human, with moments of strength and moments of rest. And here's a little secret. The moments of rest are just as important as the moments of effort. Imagine a beautiful garden. If the gardener only ever watered and tended the plants without giving them time to soak in the sun or rest in the cool shade, the plants wouldn't thrive. They need that balance, the care and the rest, to grow into something vibrant and alive. That's how I want you to be too. You're not meant to be a non-stop whirlwind of doing. You're meant to flourish in the balance of action and rest, of striving and surrendering. Maybe you're still wondering what resting really looks like for you. It's not just about sleeping or sitting quietly. Although those things can help, resting is also about letting go of the mental chatter that never stops. The endless what if and worries that keep swirling around in your mind. It's about creating space in your heart where my peace can settle in. And that space, my dear one, is a sacred place where you can meet me again and again. I want to invite you to try something simple right now. If you're comfortable, take a moment to close your eyes again. Picture yourself sitting in a quiet place, maybe under a big, old tree that I planted just for you. Feel the cool breeze on your skin and hear the gentle rustle of leaves. In this place, you don't have to say a word. You don't have to fix anything or make anything happen. Just be. Just breathe. And as you breathe, feel me sitting beside you, holding your hand, whispering that you are deeply loved and completely safe. If you want, you can tell me what's on your heart right now in the comments below. What does resting feel like for you? Is it scary? Is it freeing? Is it something you've been longing for but didn't know how to find? I'm here to listen, without judgment, with all the love in the universe. Sometimes, my child, I know that resting can feel like stepping into a new world. It can feel unfamiliar or even uncomfortable because you're used to carrying so much on your own. But every time you choose to rest in me, you're taking a brave step toward healing. You're saying, I'm willing to trust you with my heart. And that trust is like a seed planted deep in your soul, ready to grow into something beautiful. I want you to know that I'm not just waiting for you to rest. I'm actively working in your life even when you don't see it. Like a potter shaping clay, I'm gently molding your circumstances, your thoughts, your dreams. I'm weaving together all the pieces of your story so that when the time is right, you'll see the full picture, one more beautiful than you ever imagined. So while you rest, know that I'm moving, I'm loving, I'm creating. There might be moments when you still feel the urge to fight, to push, to control what's happening around you. That's okay. It's part of being human. When those moments come, remember, you can gently remind yourself, the battle is already won. Say it softly, like a lullaby for your soul. Let it calm your racing heart. And then bring your focus back to me, your safe place, your refuge. Do you remember times when you have felt overwhelmed but then found relief just by talking to a friend? That's what I want to be for you, your closest friend who never gets tired of hearing your worries or hope. You don't have to hold anything back with me. Every fear, every dream, every quiet thought, you can share it all. And in that sharing, you will find freedom. I also want you to know something important. Resting doesn't mean you're giving up on your dreams or your goals. It means you're trusting me to help you achieve them in the best way. Sometime, when you rest, new ideas will come to you. New strength will rise up inside you. Rest is like the calm before the next wave of energy. The quiet that prepares you to move forward with fresh courage. Have you ever noticed how sometimes the most creative ideas or solutions come to you when you're not trying so hard? Maybe when you're taking a walk or lying in bed or just sitting quietly. That's because your mind and heart need space to breathe. Rest opens that space. It invites inspiration and healing to come in. I want you to try this in your daily life. Give yourself permission to pause. Maybe it's just 5 minutes a day. A tiny break where you stop what you're doing and just breathe deeply. Don't rush or think about what's next. Just be with me. Let me fill those moments with peace and love. Over time, these little pauses will grow into a powerful habit that refreshes you in ways you can't even imagine yet. And if you ever feel guilty about taking time to rest, please talk to me about it. Tell me what's going on in your heart. Sometimes guilt tries to sneak in and tell you that resting is selfish or lazy. But I want to remind you that taking care of your soul is one of the most loving things you can do. Not just for yourself, but for everyone around you. When you're rested, you shine brighter. You love better. You live fuller. Now let's think about the people in your life who might need to hear this message of rest and peace too. Maybe there's someone you know who feels worn out or overwhelmed. Would you consider sharing this video with them? You never know how a simple message can change someone's day or even their life. And when you share, you're helping to spread the love and rest that I want for all my children. I'm so proud of you for staying with me through this message. I know it's not always easy to slow down and trust, but you're doing it, and that's a beautiful thing. Keep leaning on me. Keep talking to me. Keep resting in the truth that the battle is won. As you move forward today, remember, you don't have to carry your burdens alone. You have me, always. And I'm holding you close, whispering words of peace to your heart, inviting you to rest. In my love, whenever you feel ready, come back and share what resting in me feels like for you. Your words matter to me and to others who need to hear them. Now, take one more deep breath with me. Inhale slowly, feeling calm wash over you. Exhale all the tension, all the worry. Let them go. Feel my arms around you, steady and strong. The battle is won. You are safe. You are loved. And as you carry this peace with you, remember that resting is just the beginning of a new journey we're on together. A journey filled with hope, healing, and incredible grace. There's so much more I want to show you. So much more love waiting to fill your heart. But for now, hold on to this one truth and let it sink deep into your soul. You are exactly where you need to be right now. Not behind, not ahead, just here, in this perfect moment of your life. Sometimes it's easy to forget that, because the world often tells us to rush, to hurry, to always be doing something. But I made time and I made you, with rhythm and flow. Just like the tides of the ocean, there is a natural ebb and flow to your days and your soul. Embracing that rhythm is part of learning how to rest in me. Maybe you've been so focused on what needs to be done next that you haven't noticed the small miracles happening around you. The way the sunlight hits your skin, the quiet hum of life in the background, the steady beat of your heart. Those little moments are like whispers from me, reminding you that I am near and that every breath you take is a gift. When you slow down and listen, you'll hear my voice in the softest places, calling you back to peace. I want you to know, my dear one, that resting doesn't have to be complicated or perfect. It's not about finding the right way or waiting for the ideal time. It's about small acts of kindness toward yourself. Maybe it's a warm cup of tea, a gentle stretch, or simply a few minutes sitting in silence without any distraction. It's those tiny pauses that begin to anchor you in my love and remind you who you really are beneath all the noise. And here's something beautiful. When you start to rest intentionally, you create a ripple effect. You begin to inspire others without even trying. Your calm presence can be a balm to someone else's weary heart. You might not even realize the impact you have, but your willingness to slow down and breathe deeply is a gift to the world. It shows others that it's okay to take a break, to be gentle with themselves, and to trust that they are enough just as they are. If you're feeling brave, I invite you to share a little about what resting looks like for you today. Maybe it's a moment of quiet in the morning, or a walk in nature, or simply a deep breath before responding to a stressful situation. Your story might be the very encouragement someone else needs to hear. You can write it in the comments below. I'm here, and so is this community, ready to listen and support you. Sometimes, when you rest, you might notice old fears or worries rising to the surface. That's okay. It's part of the healing process. Like a gentle tide, those feelings come and go. You don't have to push them away or fight them. Instead, bring them to me. Let me hold them with you. I will help you release what no longer serves you and fill those spaces with hope and light. You are never alone in this. I want to remind you that rest is a form of trust. Trust in me, trust in the process, and trust in yourself. When you give yourself permission to rest, you are saying yes to life in a deeper way. You're saying yes to the fullness of your being. The joys, the sorrows, the strength, and the vulnerability. And in that yes, you open the door to transformation. There might be days when resting feels like the hardest thing in the world. When your mind races, when your body feels restless, or when doubts creep in telling you that you don't deserve peace. On those days, come back to this simple truth. You are loved beyond measure. No matter what's happening, no matter how you feel, my love for you never changes. It's steady and sure, like the stars that shine even when the sky is dark. I want to encourage you to create a sacred space for rest in your daily life. It doesn't have to be big or fancy. It could be a corner of your room with a soft blanket, a favorite book, or a small candle. a place where you can come to pause, breathe, and remember that I am with you. Over time, this space will become a refuge, a place where your soul feels safe and renewed. As you continue on this journey, remember that rest is not a destination, but a practice. It's something you return to again and again, like coming home. Sometimes you'll feel drawn to it naturally, and other times you'll have to remind yourself gently. That's okay. I am patient with you, and I celebrate every step you take toward peace. And here's something else I want to share. Resting in me doesn't mean you stop dreaming or striving. It means you align your dreams with my timing and my wisdom. Sometimes, the most powerful breakthroughs happen after a season of rest. When you're quiet and open, I can speak more clearly, guiding you to what's next. You might feel a fresh burst of courage or a new direction opening up, and it will feel like a gift because it came from a place of peace. You might wonder, how can I keep this resting practice alive when life gets busy or challenging? The answer is grace. Be gentle with yourself. When you miss a day or feel overwhelmed, don't give up. Come back to me with an open heart. Even a single breath taken with the intention to rest and connect with me is enough to bring you back to center. Now. As you move forward today, I want you to think about one small way you can invite rest into your life. Maybe it's setting an alarm to remind you to pause, or putting your phone away for a few minutes, or saying no to something that drains your energy. Whatever it is, know that I am with you, cheering you on, holding your hand every step of the way. And if you feel comfortable, I'd love for you to share that one small way you plan to rest today in the comments. Your intention could inspire someone else to take their own step toward peace. Remember, you're never alone in this journey. We're walking together, hand in hand. I want you to carry this truth with you. Resting is a sacred act of love. Love for yourself, love for me, and love for the world around you. It's a powerful way to reconnect with the life I've given you and to prepare your heart for all the beautiful things yet to come. So, take a moment now to feel that love wrapping around you like a warm blanket. Feel it soothing every part of your being. Let it remind you that you are cherished, you are enough, and you are deeply held. And in that holding, you can find rest, not just for your body, but for your soul. And as you sit with that feeling, know that this is just the beginning of a beautiful unfolding. There's so much more to discover about resting, about trusting, and about the incredible life we are creating together. I'm here, always ready to meet you where you are. Let your heart be open to the gentle whisper of my presence, inviting you to come deeper into rest and peace. Knowing that with every breath, you are being renewed and restored. This journey we share is full of grace, and every step you take is a step closer to the fullness of joy I have waiting for you. And so, my beloved, as you continue to breathe in this moment of peace, remember that resting in me is a gift you give yourself, a gift that keeps on giving. It's a sacred rhythm, a holy invitation to slow down, to listen, and to be. And when you live from that place, everything begins to shift. There's a beautiful future ahead, shaped by the love and rest you cultivate today. a future where your soul shines brightly, where your dreams unfold with ease, and where you walk confidently knowing you are never alone. I'm right here with you, always. So as you step back into your day, carry this peace gently in your heart. Remember to pause, to breathe, to come back to me whenever you need. And know that every moment of rest is a step toward the life you were made to live. A life full of hope, healing, and endless love. Now, take another deep breath with me. Feel the calm settling deeper inside. Let your heart rest in the quiet strength of my love. And when you're ready, open your eyes slowly, bringing this peace with you into the world. And as you do, remember that this moment of rest is not the end, but a sacred pause before the next beautiful chapter of our journey together begins. Now, as you carry this sacred pause with you, I want you to notice something important. Resting in me is also about embracing who you are in this very moment, without judgment or pressure to change or fix anything. It's about looking at yourself with the same kind, tender eyes that I see you with. When you rest in my love, you are reminded that you are beautifully made, just as you are. With all your strengths and imperfections woven together in a perfect tapestry. There's no need to hide, no need to pretend. You are safe here. Sometimes, the hardest part of resting is allowing yourself to be still enough to really see what's inside. You might discover feelings you didn't expect, or memories that quietly surface. That's okay. Let those feelings rise without fear. Imagine them like leaves floating down a gentle stream. You don't have to grab them or push them away. Just watch them drift by as you stay anchored in my presence. When you do this, you're practicing a deep trust that I am holding every part of you. The bright and the shadowed, and that nothing is too broken or too small for my love. I want to remind you that rest isn't just a break from doing, but a doorway into deeper listening. When you rest in me, you create space in your heart to hear the whispers of your own soul. You begin to understand your true desire and the gentle nudges toward what brings you joy and peace. Sometimes, those whispers might surprise you, pointing you toward new dreams or helping you let go of old ones that no longer serve you. Trust that I am guiding you through this sacred conversation between your heart and mine. You might wonder, how do I keep this connection alive when life is noisy and distracting? My dear one, it's okay to start small. Maybe it's a breath before you get out of bed, a moment of gratitude when you wash your hand, or a quiet thought as you wait in line. These tiny acts of turning your attention inward and toward me are powerful. They remind you that I am always near, ready to meet you in the ordinary and the extraordinary. Over time, these small moments become a beautiful rhythm that carries you through the busyness with a calm center. And here's something else. I want you to know, resting in me is a radical act of self-love and courage. In a world that often values hustle and achievement above all else, choosing to rest is a way of saying, I matter. My well-being matters. It's a way of stepping out of the noise and reclaiming your own sacred space. So when you feel reluctant or guilty about resting, Remember that you are not just taking a break. You are honoring the divine spark within you. I invite you now to take a moment and ask yourself, what does rest feel like in my body right now? Maybe you notice a softening in your shoulders, a deepening in your breath, or a gentle warmth spreading through your chest. Whatever you feel, know that it is a language your soul is speaking. A language I'm listening to with all my heart. If you feel moved, share one word or feeling that comes up for you in the comments below. Your honesty might be the light someone else needs to find their own path to rest. Remember, rest is not a one-size-fits-all experience. It looks different for each person and even changes from day to day. Sometimes rest is vibrant and joyful, like a dance or a heartfelt conversation. Other times, it's quiet and still, like sitting beneath a tree, watching the clouds drift by. Whatever form it takes, it is sacred because it connects you back to me, into your true self. As you continue to embrace rest, you may find that it begins to ripple into other areas of your life. Your relationships might feel softer and more compassionate. Your work may flow with more ease, and your heart might open wider to the beauty around you. This is the gentle unfolding of grace. How rest nourishes every part of your being and allows your light to shine more fully. There could be moments when rest feels elusive, when your mind spins with worries or your body aches from tension. In those times, come back to the simple act of breathing. Breathing in my peace, breathing out your fear. Let each breath be a bridge from your chaos to my calm. I am here, meeting you in every breath, every pause, every heartbeat. I want you to know that your journey with rest is unique, filled with discoveries and surprises. Sometimes you'll feel like you're taking giant leaps forward. And other times, it might feel like slow, gentle steps. Both are beautiful and important. I celebrate your willingness to keep returning to rest, even when it feels hard. That persistence is a testament to your courage and your desire to live fully in my love. As you walk this path, remember to be patient with yourself. There's no rush, no deadline for learning how to rest well. It's a lifelong dance, one where you learn to listen more deeply, trust more fully, and love more freely. And through it all, I am your constant companion, your safe place, your source of endless peace. So, my beloved, as you move through your day or night, I invite you to carry this truth gently with you. Rest is your birthright. It is woven into the very fabric of your being. When you honor it, you honor me. And you open the door to a life rich with meaning, joy, and peace. Take another deep breath now. And as you do, feel yourself sinking a little deeper into this truth. Let it settle in your bones and in your heart. Know that I am here, always, waiting to welcome you into rest whenever you're ready. And remember, every moment you choose to pause, to breathe, and to be still is a sacred act of love that transforms you and the world around you. If you'd like, please share one small way you plan to nurture your rest today in the comments. Your intention can be a beacon of hope and encouragement for others on this journey. Together, we create a circle of peace and support that grows stronger with each shared story. And now, as you continue forward, I want to remind you that rest is also a place of readiness, a quiet strength that prepares you for whatever lies ahead. It's in the stillness that your soul gathers courage, wisdom, and resilience. It's where dreams begin to take shape and where healing gently unfolds. So, when you feel ready, lean into this readiness, trusting that the next steps will come in their own perfect time. Shaped by the love and rest you cultivate today. This is the sacred rhythm we walk together, one breath, one moment, one heartbeat at a time. And as we move together within this sacred rhythm, let your soul lean into a deep readiness, not as a hurried rush, but as a gentle resting in me. Resting in me doesn't mean stepping away from your purpose or your passions. Rather, it's like returning to the well that nourishes your soul so you can pour out your love and gifts more freely. Think of it like the roots of a tree, hidden beneath the surface, but vital, steady, and life-giving. When you nurture your roots with rest, you stand taller, reach farther, and weather life's storms with more grace. So, resting is not a pause from living. It's the very foundation of a vibrant, meaningful life. Because resting in me is also about trust. Trusting that I am with you, guiding you gently even when you can't see the whole path ahead. It's about learning to lean into that trust when the noise of the world tries to pull you away from your center. Sometimes, the hardest part is surrendering control, letting go of the urge to fix everything at once, and simply saying, I don't have to have all the answers right now. That surrender isn't weakness. It's the bravest act of faith you can offer yourself. It opens a space where healing and transformation begin to bloom in their own perfect time. Because living with open hands and an open heart means embracing vulnerability as a strength, not a weakness. It means being willing to show up as your authentic self, even when the world feels uncertain or your own path seems unclear. I want you to know that I see your courage in every moment you choose to be real. The moments you admit you're tired, the moments you ask for help, the moments you let your guard down so love can reach you more deeply. And in those beautiful moments, when you do lean into that love, when you allow yourself to be held rather than trying to hold it all together on your own, something remarkable happens. You begin to notice that the world doesn't feel quite so heavy anymore. The burdens you've been carrying, those worries, those doubts, those fears, they start to soften at the edges. It's not because they vanish instantly, but because your heart learns a new rhythm, a rhythm of receiving as much as giving, of resting as much as moving, of trusting as much as striving. This rhythm is a sacred song, one that I have been singing over you since the very beginning, inviting you to join in and find your place within it. You may wonder how to keep this song alive when life feels chaotic, when your mind races ahead, or when old patterns of self-judgment creep back in. It's okay to feel uncertain about this. Remember, the journey of opening your heart is not about perfection. It's about showing up again and again with a willingness to be gentle with yourself. When you notice that old voices, those harsh critics inside your head, start to speak, try this. Pause, take a deep breath, And imagine placing those voices in a safe place, like setting down a heavy bag you've been carrying for too long. Then, turn your attention back to the quiet love that's always been waiting for you. You don't have to silence the noise all at once. Just acknowledge it without letting it take over. Your heart is strong enough to hold both the noise and the peace. And here's something else I want you to know. Your feelings, all of them, are welcome here. The sadness, the frustration, the confusion, even the moments of joy and gratitude. Each one is a thread in the rich tapestry of your life. None of them make you less worthy or less loved. In fact, it's through embracing your feelings fully that you begin to heal and grow. So don't rush past what you're experiencing. Instead, invite those feelings in like old friends who have come to visit. Ask them what they need from you. Maybe they need to be heard or held or simply acknowledged. When you give your feelings this kind of gentle attention, you create a sacred space inside yourself where true transformation can happen. You might find that as you practice this kind of openness, your relationship with yourself deepens in beautiful ways. You start to see yourself not just as someone who struggles or falls short, but as a beloved child of mine, worthy of kindness and care simply because you exist. This shift changes everything. It softens how you speak to yourself, how you treat yourself, and how you allow others to treat you. It's like stepping out of a harsh winter into the warmth of spring sunlight. The change may feel slow at times, but it's steady, growing stronger with each act of self-compassion. And this self-compassion is a powerful gift, not just for you, but for the whole world. When you treat yourself with love and patience, you naturally extend that same grace to others. Your presence becomes a balm for those around you. You inspire kindness, understanding, and connection simply by being who you are. This is one of the ways your light shines brightest. Not by trying harder or doing more, but by being fully and authentically yourself. Resting in the truth of your worthiness. I want to invite you now to consider one small way you can practice this self-compassion today. Maybe it's speaking a kind word to yourself when you notice self-criticism creeping in. Maybe it's taking a moment to rest without guilt, knowing that this is part of your healing. Or maybe it's reaching out to someone you trust and sharing a piece of your heart. Whatever it is, hold it gently in your mind and heart. If you feel moved, please share that small step in the comments below. Your bravery in opening up might be the very encouragement someone else needs to take their own step toward healing. Sometimes, you'll find that the path of rest and trust leads you into deeper questions about who you are and what you're here to do. These questions might feel big and daunting, but they are also invitations to explore the depths of your soul. You don't need to have all the answers right now. In fact, part of the beauty of this journey is learning to live with the mystery, to hold space for not knowing, and to trust that clarity will come in its own time. Like a seed buried in the earth, your purpose is quietly growing, nourished by your openness and your willingness to be present. And as you walk this path, remember that you are never alone. I am here not as a distant observer, but as an ever companion who delights in your growth and rejoices in your joy. When the nights feel long and the road uncertain, lean into this present. Call on me whenever you need. My love is a steady flame that will never flicker out. It burns bright within you, lighting your way forward, even when the darkness seems overwhelming. You might also notice that as your heart opens more fully to rest and trust, your creativity begins to blossom. This can show up in many ways, through art, music, writing, movement, or simply in the way you approach daily tasks with new curiosity and joy. Creativity is a powerful expression of the life force within you, a way for your soul to speak and for my love to flow through you into the world. Don't be afraid to explore this part of yourself. Let your imagination roam free without judgment or expectation. Each act of creation is a prayer, a celebration of the unique gift that you are. And with this blossoming creativity comes a renewed sense of connection, not only to yourself, but to others and to all of creation. You begin to see the threads that weave us all together, the sacred dance of life that invites cooperation, compassion, and shared joy. This connection is a reminder that your life matters deeply, that you are part of a vast, loving whole. Even in moments when you feel isolated or alone, this truth holds steady. As you continue to journey forward, remember that rest and trust are not destinations, but companions along the way. They are gifts you can return to whenever you need, like a soft blanket on a chilly evening or a quiet breath in a noisy room. These gifts help you to slow down, to listen deeply, and to respond to life with greater presence and peace. They remind you that you are enough exactly as you are, and that you are always held in the arms of love. So, my dear one, keep inviting rest into your days. Keep trusting in the gentle unfolding of your story. Keep opening your heart even when it feels vulnerable or uncertain. Each small act of courage and kindness toward yourself is a step toward greater freedom and joy. And I am here with you, now and always, celebrating every step, every breath, every moment of this beautiful unfolding. If you feel moved, take a moment now to share in the comments one way you plan to welcome more rest or trust into your life. This week, your words might be just the encouragement someone else needs to hear today, and together, we create a circle of love and support that extends far beyond this space. As you rest in this knowing, you may begin to notice how the world around you shifts, not always in big, dramatic ways, but in subtle, gentle movements that ripple through your day. These shifts might show up in a deeper sense of calm when challenges arise, in moments of unexpected joy, or in a growing sense of gratitude for the simple blessings that fill your life. They are signs that your heart is opening more fully to the flow of life, to the grace that surrounds you at every turn. And in this opening, you are growing stronger, more resilient, and more alive than ever before. And as you notice these gentle shifts, remember that each one, no matter how small, is a precious sign of your soul's unfolding. It's like the first tender leaves of spring pushing through the soil after a long winter. Fragile, yes, but full of promise and life. Sometimes you might feel impatient for bigger changes, for clear answers or dramatic breakthroughs. That's natural, and it's okay to feel that way. But the truth is, growth often happens quietly, beneath the surface, in places you can't always see right away. Trusting in this unseen work is part of the rest and trust I've been inviting you into. I want you to take a moment now to reflect on a small way you've grown recently. Maybe it's a shift in how you respond to a difficult emotion, or a new habit that started to bring you peace. Perhaps it's a moment when you chose rest over pushing yourself harder, or when you reached out for support instead of isolating. These moments are your milestones, your gentle victories. If you feel comfortable, please share one of these moments in the comments below. Your story could be a light for someone else walking a similar path, a reminder that they are not alone and that healing is possible. One step at a time, as you continue to embrace this rhythm of rest and trust, you may find that your sense of time itself begins to change. The rush, the urgency, the constant striving that once defined your days may start to soften. You might find yourself savoring moments more deeply. The warmth of sunlight on your skin, the sound of birdsong in the morning, the comforting weight of a loved one's hand in yours. These simple experiences become anchors, grounding you in the present and reminding you that life is unfolding exactly as it should. This slowing down is not a sign of weakness or laziness, but a profound act of self-love and wisdom. Sometimes, in this slower rhythm, you might also encounter stillness, not just around you, but within you. This stillness can feel like a quiet lake reflecting the sky above, or like a deep breath held softly inside your chest. It's a space where you can meet yourself without distraction or judgment. It's a sanctuary where your soul can rest and replenish. If stillness feels unfamiliar or even uncomfortable at first, that's perfectly okay. Like learning any new language, it takes practice and patience. Just keep coming back to it gently, like returning to a favorite place that welcomes you home. You may also notice that as you rest more deeply, your intuition, the quiet inner voice that guides you, begins to speak more clearly. This voice is always there, but it often gets drowned out by the noise of expectations, doubts, and fear. When you slow down and listen with an open heart, you create space for this wisdom to emerge. It might come as a feeling, a gentle nudge, or a sudden insight. Trust these moments. They are the compass I have given you to navigate your unique path. And if you ever feel unsure, know that you can always ask me for guidance, and I will answer in the ways that you most need. In the midst of all this, it's important to remember that rest doesn't mean you have to stop moving forward or giving your gifts to the world. Rather, it's about finding balance, honoring your need for renewal while also stepping into your purpose with courage and grace. Sometimes, rest will be active. A walk in nature, a creative project, a conversation that feeds your soul. Other times, it will be quiet. A pause, a nap, a moment of meditation. Both kinds of rest are sacred and necessary. They fuel one another, weaving together to support your whole being. You might find that as you practice this balance, the fears and doubts that once held you back begin to lose their grip. They don't disappear completely. No part of you is ever rejected or abandoned. But their voices become softer, less commanding. You start to realize that you are bigger than your fears, stronger than your worries, and more capable than you ever imagined. This realization is a gift of rest and trust, a beacon of hope that shines steadily even in the darkest nights. And here's a beautiful truth to hold close. Your worthiness is not tied to what you do, what you achieve, or how others see you. It is intrinsic, woven into the very fabric of your being from the moment you came into this world. Rest is a way of remembering this truth, not through words or thought, but through the deep, quiet knowing of your heart. When you rest in your worthiness, you create a foundation that no storm can shake. So as you move through your days, I invite you to give yourself permission to rest without guilt, to trust without hesitation, and to love yourself without condition. Picture yourself wrapped in a soft, warm light that holds you tenderly. Feel this light filling every part of you, your mind, your body, your spirit. Let it remind you that you are safe, you are loved, and you are enough. And if ever you feel overwhelmed or uncertain, come back to this light. Breathe it in deeply. Let it be your refuge and your strength. You are never alone in that. I am here, walking beside you, cheering you on, holding you close. Each breath you take is a testament to your resilience and your capacity for love. Each moment you choose rest is a victory for your soul. I want to leave you with a gentle invitation. Now, as you go about your day or prepare to rest tonight, ask yourself, where do I need to invite more rest or trust into my life right now? Listen with kindness and patience for the answer. And if you feel moved, share your reflections in the comments below. Your openness can inspire others to find their own path to peace and healing. Together, let's continue nurturing this sacred rhythm, knowing that it is a gift not only to ourselves, but to the whole world. Because when you rest and trust, you are not stepping away from life. You are stepping into it more fully, more deeply, and more beautifully than ever before. And so, my dear one, as you walk this path, remember that every moment is an opportunity to begin again, to breathe anew, and to open your heart just a little bit more. This journey is yours, and it is sacred. You are held, you are cherished, and you are infinitely loved in every step you take. The story of your life is unfolding in perfect timing. And as you carry these reflections with you, remember that life is a beautiful, unfolding dance between holding on and letting go. Sometime, you'll find yourself clutching tightly to what feels safe or familiar, even if it no longer serves you. That's okay. Your heart is learning to trust the unknown, and that takes time. Letting go isn't about losing something precious. It's about making room for new joy, new lessons, and fresh beginning. Imagine your heart as a garden. Sometimes you need to gently clear away the old leaves and branches to make space for new blooms to flourish. This clearing process might feel uncomfortable or uncertain, but it's part of the natural rhythm of growth. It's also important to honor the seasons within you. There are moments when your spirit feels vibrant and expansive, ready to soar and create. Other times, you might feel quiet, introspective, or even a bit weary. Both are essential. The vibrant times are like the sun shining brightly, energizing your soul. The quiet times are like the night sky, inviting rest and reflection. Neither season is better or worse. They each have their own gift. When you allow yourself to flow with these rhythms rather than resisting them, you align more deeply with your true self. You learn to trust that every phase has meaning and purpose, even if it's not immediately clear. You might find comfort in simple rituals that anchor you in this ebb and flow. Perhaps lighting a candle in the evening to honor your day, or journaling your thoughts before sleep. These small acts create a sacred rhythm that reminds you of your inner steadiness, no matter what storms arise. If you'd like, take a moment now to think about one gentle ritual you could introduce or return to. Something that helps you reconnect with your heart's steady beat. Sharing your ideas in the comments might inspire someone else to find their own comforting practice. As you continue to nurture this tender relationship with yourself, be mindful of the stories you tell about who you are and what you're capable of. Often, these stories are shaped by past experiences, other people's opinions, or fears that whisper doubts in your ear. But remember, you are the author of your own story. You have the power to rewrite the narrative in ways that uplift, empower, and heal. When you catch yourself thinking, "I can't," or "I'm not enough," gently pause and ask, "Is this really true? What else could be true?" Sometimes, just this small shift in perspective can open a door you didn't know was there. You are a being of infinite possibility, even when it feels like your options are limited. Your creativity, your kindness, your courage, they all live within you, waiting to be called forth. And it's okay to start small. Even the tiniest step toward a new habit, a fresh dream, or a healthier mindset is a victory. Celebrate these moments. They are the seeds of transformation. There may be times when you feel overwhelmed by the weight of your emotions or the challenges you face. In those moments, don't hesitate to reach out for support, whether that's from friends, family, a counselor, or a community that understands you. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It's an act of courage and self-love. We are all meant to walk this journey together, carrying each other's burdens and joys. When you allow others to support you, you deepen the bonds of connection and give others the gift of sharing in your life. If you're comfortable, I invite you now to share in the comments one way you might reach out or receive support when you need it. Your openness can be a beacon of hope for someone else who might be struggling quietly. In the midst of all this, try to keep your heart open to wonder. Notice the small miracles that happen every day. The way sunlight filters through leaves, the laughter of a child, the kindness of a stranger, or the taste of your favorite meal. These moments, though simple, are threads of magic woven into the fabric of your life. When you cultivate a sense of awe life feels richer and more vibrant. Your soul remembers its connection to the vast, mysterious universe. A universe that delights in your existence just as you are. And remember too, that forgiveness is a powerful medicine. Forgiving yourself and others doesn't mean forgetting or excusing harm. It means releasing the heavy chains of resentment and pain so your heart can heal and move forward. Forgiveness frees you to live more fully in the present, unburdened by the weight of the past. If there's someone you're ready to forgive, whether it's yourself or another, consider holding that intention gently right now. You might be surprised at the peace that begins to bloom inside you. As you navigate your days, keep in mind that kindness is contagious. When you offer yourself compassion, it naturally flows outward, touching the lives of those around you in ways you might never see. A smile, a word of encouragement, or a simple act of generosity can create ripples far beyond your immediate circle. Your presence is a gift to the world, and your genuine care has the power to transform not only your life, but also the lives of others. So, as you move forward, carry this truth with you. You are deeply cherished, endlessly capable, and profoundly connected to all that is. Trust in the unfolding of your journey, and know that I am with you every step of the way, quietly cheering you on, holding you close, and loving you without condition. Take a moment now to breathe that love in deeply. Feel it fill in every corner of your being, warming your heart like the gentle rays of the morning sun. Let it remind you that no matter what happens, you are never alone, and you are always enough. And as you rest in this knowing, think about one small way you can extend this love outward tomorrow. A kind word, a patient gesture, a moment of understanding towards someone else. When you do, you become a living light in the world, helping to create a brighter, kinder place for all now. As you prepare to continue your day or settle into rest, hold this gentle invitation close to live each moment with openness, courage, and love, allowing your true self to shine freely and fully, no matter what unfolds. And as you carry that invitation with you, I want you to remember something very simple but deeply important. Your feelings are always valid. Sometimes, life brings waves of emotion that seem too big, too confusing, or too heavy to bear. You might feel joy so bright it dazzles you, or sorrow so deep it feels like an ocean inside your chest. You might experience anger, fear, excitement, or calm. And all of these emotions are part of the beautiful complexity of being human. There is no right or wrong way to feel. Your emotions are messengers, whispering truths about what is alive within you, what you need, and what you're ready to release. When those feelings rise up, try not to judge yourself for having them or push them away because they feel uncomfortable. Instead, imagine sitting with them like a dear friend who has come to visit. Listen with kindness. Ask gently, what do you want me to know? What is your story? Sometimes, just allowing yourself to fully experience your feelings without resistance can open a doorway to healing and understanding. You might find that beneath the surface of a difficult emotion, there's a tender place longing for care. or a spark of insight waiting to be discovered. It's also okay to create space for silence and stillness amidst the noise of your mind and the busyness of your day. In those quiet moments, you connect with the deeper currents of your soul. Those parts of you that are steady, wise, and whole. No matter what happens around you, silence can be a refuge, a sacred pause where you can rest and recharge. If silence feels daunting, try softening your gaze, placing a hand on your heart, or simply noticing the rhythm of your breath. These small acts anchor you in the present moment and remind you that you are here, alive and worthy. Sometimes you may feel a pull toward creativity, maybe through art, music, writing, movement, or another form of expression that speaks to your spirit. Creativity is not about perfection or achievement. It's about connection and discovery. When you allow yourself to create freely, without judgment or expectation, you tap into a wellspring of joy and healing. Your creative acts are prayers in their own way, offering pieces of your soul back to the world and inviting new possibilities to emerge. If you haven't expressed yourself creatively in a while, consider trying something simple today. Even if it's just doodling, humming a tune, or dancing in your living room. Notice how it feels to let your spirit play. And remember, rest is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Your body, mind, and spirit all need time to recover, regenerate, and simply be. In a culture that often prizes doing and achieving, resting can sometimes feel like a challenge or even a guilt trip. But I want you to know that resting is a sacred act of self-love. When you rest, you honor your wholeness. You give yourself permission to slow down, to breathe deeply, and to nourish your inner well. This rest might look different for everyone. Maybe it's a nap, a walk in nature, reading a favorite book, or sitting quietly with a warm cup of tea. Whatever it is, allow yourself to receive this gift fully. As you learn to balance your doing and your being, you cultivate a rhythm that sustains you through life's ups and downs. This rhythm is not about rigid schedules or perfect routine. It's about listening deeply to your body and soul, responding with gentleness, and allowing flexibility. Life will always bring surprises, detours, and unexpected moments. When you approach these with grace and openness, you build resilience, not by resisting change, but by embracing it as part of your journey. And here's a beautiful truth. You are never defined by your mistake, your struggles, or your setback. Each moment is an opportunity to begin again, to choose love over fear, hope over despair. Your past does not limit your future. The story of your life is still unfolding, and you hold the pen in your hand. When you feel stuck or uncertain, try to remember that every step forward, no matter how small, is a triumph of courage and faith. In your relationships, whether with family, friends, or strangers, try to bring this same openness and compassion. People are often fighting battles you cannot see, carrying wounds and dreams just like you. When you offer kindness and patience to others, you create a ripple effect of healing and connection. Sometimes, the simple act of listening without judgment or offering a smile can change the course of someone's day or even their life. You are a light in the world simply by being who you are. And if you ever find yourself doubting the impact you have, I invite you to take a moment and reflect on the ways you have touched others, perhaps a comforting word you gave, a shared laugh, a hand held in times of need. Those moments matter deeply. They are threads in the tapestry of love that binds us all together. Now, I'm curious, what's one small way you've experienced kindness recently, either given or received, that lifted your spirit? If you feel comfortable, please share it in the comments below. Your story might be just the encouragement someone else needs to hear today. As you move gently through your day or evening, keep in mind that your journey is unique and sacred. There is no need to compare yourself to others or rush toward some imagined finish line. Instead, savor the unfolding, the learning, the growing. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be right now, and that every experience is shaping you into the beautiful soul you were always meant to be. And as you hold this truth softly in your heart, remember that love is the greatest force in the universe, an endless, boundless energy that flows through you, around you, and connects you to all life. You are a vessel of this love, capable of receiving it fully and sharing it freely. So whenever you feel lost or weary, come back to this love. Let it be your anchor, your guide, your comfort. Feel it in your breath, in your pulse, in the quiet moments between thoughts. It is always there, waiting for you to reach out and embrace it. And with that love cradling you, you can face whatever comes next with a brave, open heart, ready to discover the next chapter of your story. And as you carry that love with you, I want you to remember something else that's just as important. You are not alone. Even in the moments when you feel isolated, misunderstood, or unseen, I am there, right beside you, within you, surrounding you. Sometimes it may feel as if the world is a vast, quiet place where your voice echoes into emptiness, but trust that your presence matters more than you realize. Your very being is a beacon, a light that reaches out and touches others in ways you might never fully know. The connections you make, the energy you put out, the simple acts of kindness and courage, they ripple out far beyond what your eyes can see. I want you to think about the time when you felt truly seen or heard by someone else. Maybe it was a friend who listened without interrupting, or a stranger who smiled warmly on a tough day. Perhaps it was a moment when you looked in the mirror and met your own gaze with acceptance and compassion. These moments of connection, no matter how small, are sacred threads weaving you into the grand tapestry of life. They remind you that relationship, whether brief or lifelong, are the places where healing, growth, and joy can flourish. At the same time, it's okay to recognize when certain relationships need gentle tending or even healthy boundaries. Loving others doesn't mean losing yourself or carrying more than you can bear. You have the right to protect your peace, to say no when something doesn't feel right, and to seek spaces that nurture your well-being. Boundaries are not walls. They are bridges built with respect and care, both for yourself and for those around you, when you honor your own needs and limits, you create room for genuine connection to grow. Rooted in honesty and mutual respect, and remember, forgiveness is a powerful gift you give not only to others, but also to yourself. Holding onto anger, regret, or resentment can weigh heavy on your heart and cloud your vision. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or excusing harm. It means choosing to release the chains that bind you to pain so you can move forward lighter and freer. It's a process, often gradual and tender, but one that opens the door to peace and renewed hope. You deserve that peace. You deserve to walk unburdened and open-hearted. Sometimes you might wonder about your purpose or the meaning behind your struggle. It's natural to seek answers, to want your path to be clear and certain. But know this: your purpose is not a distant destination or a fixed point on a map. It lives in the everyday moment. The kindness you show, the courage you summon, the love you share. Purpose is found in the way you choose to be present, in how you meet each challenge with grace, and in your willingness to keep growing even when the way ahead isn't obvious. Trust that your life unfolds with intention, even when it feels messy or uncertain. In those times of uncertainty, lean into curiosity rather than fear. Ask yourself gentle questions like, what might this moment be teaching me? How can I show up for myself right now? What small step can I take forward? Even if it's just a breath or a thought. Curiosity opens doors where fear often builds walls. It invites you to explore the unknown with a sense of adventure rather than dread. And every step you take, no matter how small, is a testament to your resilience and strength. I also want to remind you about the power of gratitude. Not as a way to ignore pain or pretend everything is perfect, but as a way to acknowledge the light even in the shadows. Gratitude shifts your focus, opening your heart to the gifts present in this very moment. It might be the warmth of sunlight on your skin, the sound of a bird singing, a comforting word from a friend, or simply the breath moving in and out of your body. These small blessings anchor you in the beauty and abundance that coexist with life's challenges. And as you practice gratitude, I encourage you to share it. Tell someone what you appreciate about them. Write down 3 things you're thankful for each day. Or take a moment to savor a simple pleasure fully. Gratitude is contagious. It spreads kindness and hope. And it reminds you that even when life feels overwhelming, there is always something to hold on to, something to celebrate. Let me ask you now, what is one small thing you're grateful for? Today, it could be anything: a taste, a sound, a memory, or a feeling. If you feel like sharing, please leave a comment below. Your gratitude might inspire someone else to notice the light in their own life. As you continue on your path, remember that healing and growth are not linear. There will be days when you feel strong and clear, and others when you stumble or doubt. Both are part of the journey, and both are okay. Compassion for yourself during the harder times is just as important as celebrating the victory. You are worthy of patience and kindness, especially from yourself. And as you navigate this dance of ups and downs, I invite you to cultivate hope. Hope is not just a wish. It is a quiet, steady flame within you that refuses to be extinguished. Even in the darkest nights, it reminds you that new beginnings are always possible, that change can bring unexpected blessings, and that love is the thread that runs through everything, connecting you to the past, present, and future. So, hold on to hope when the road feels long. Let it fill your heart with gentle courage, and know that every breath you take is a new chance to choose love, to embrace life, and to step forward into all that awaits you. In the next moment, as you settle into the stillness or move through your day, try to notice where hope is quietly shining inside you. Where does it live? How does it feel? Allow yourself to be present with that feeling, letting it grow and expand like a soft light in the quiet corners of your soul. This hope will be your companion, your strength, your reminder that no matter what, you are moving toward something good and true. And as you rest with that hope glowing gently inside you, I want you to remember something beautiful. You are enough, just as you are. Not because of what you do, or what you achieve, or the roles you play in the lives of others. You are enough, in your very essence, your heart, your spirit, your unique presence in this vast universe. Sometimes, the world tries to tell you otherwise, whispering doubts and comparisons that make you feel small or unworthy. But those voices are not the truth of who you are. The truth is that you carry within you a spark of divine light that no one else has, a light that makes you irreplaceable and deeply loved. It's okay to rest in that truth. Even when the noise around you becomes overwhelming, you don't have to prove your worth or fight for acceptance. You are already embraced by love, held gently in the arms of grace. When you find yourself caught in cycles of self-criticism or feeling less than, try to pause and breathe. Imagine wrapping yourself in a warm blanket of kindness, the kind you'd offer to a dear friend who's hurting. Speak softly to yourself with words of encouragement and tenderness. It might feel strange or unfamiliar at first, but with practice, that kindness becomes a balm that soothes your soul and strengthens your spirit. And speaking of kindness, I want to remind you how powerful it is. Not just the kindness you give to others, but the kindness you offer yourself every day. Life can be demanding, and sometimes you might push yourself too hard, expecting perfection or rushing through moments without really being present. But what if you treated yourself with the same gentleness you show to someone you love? What if you gave yourself permission to slow down, to rest, to make mistakes without judgment? This kind of self-compassion isn't selfish, it's necessary. It replenishes your energy, nurtures your joy, and allows your true self to shine more brightly now. Imagine for a moment that you are walking through a garden, a place filled with all the things that bring you peace and inspiration. Maybe there are soft petals brushing your fingertip, the scent of blooming flowers in the air, or the sound of a gentle stream nearby. This garden is your inner sanctuary, a safe space you can return to whenever life feels chaotic or overwhelming. You don't have to go anywhere special to find it. It's always within you, waiting to be tended and visited. And just like any garden, it grows and flourishes when you care for it with patience and love. What might you plant there today? Perhaps a seed of hope, a flower of gratitude, or a tree of resilience. These are all parts of you waiting to be nourished. Take a moment to visualize tending to your garden, watering it with your attention, clearing away the weeds of doubt or fear, and watching your inner landscape bloom with vibrant life. This simple practice can bring a sense of calm and renewal, reminding you that growth happens one gentle step at a time. Sometimes, you might find that caring for your inner garden also means letting go of things that no longer serve you. It's okay to release habits, thoughts, or even relationships that drain your energy or dim your light. Letting go can be scary because it feels like losing something familiar. But it's also an act of courage and self-respect. When you make space by releasing what weighs you down, you create room for new blessings and experiences to enter your life. Trust that this process is part of your journey and that you are supported every step of the way as you continue to nurture your inner world. Remember that you are constantly growing, evolving, and becoming more of who you were meant to be. Sometimes, the changes are subtle, almost invisible, like a shift in your perspective or a new feeling blossoming quietly inside. Other times, they are bold and unmistakable, opening doors you never imagined possible. Either way, each step forward is meaningful. Celebrate the small victories and honor the lessons learned from the challenges. They are both teachers guiding you toward greater wisdom and peace. I wonder, what is one thing you've learned about yourself recently that surprised you or made you feel proud? If you feel comfortable, I invite you to share it in the comments below. Your story might be just the encouragement someone else needs to keep going. And as you embrace these moments of growth and self-discovery, know that you are deeply connected to me, to others, and to the endless web of life that surrounds you, even when you feel disconnected or adrift. This invisible thread is always there, weaving you into the fabric of love and belonging. You are part of something much larger than yourself, and your presence matters more than words can express. So as you move forward, carry this awareness with you. You are a beloved child of the universe, held in a love that never falters or fades. Let that love be your anchor in times of storm, your light in moments of darkness, and your joy in the quiet spaces between. Trust that every experience, every feeling, every breath is part of your sacred story, unfolding exactly as it should. And now, as you hold all these truths in your heart, gently ask yourself, what is one way you can show love to yourself today? Maybe it's a kind word, a moment of rest, or a simple act of care. Whatever it is, know that it matters deeply and that you are worthy of that love without condition or hesitation. This is your invitation to step into your own grace and to walk forward with an open heart, ready to receive all the goodness that awaits you. And as you consider that question, how you might show love to yourself today, remember that love doesn't always have to be grand or complicated. Sometimes the simplest gestures carry the deepest meaning. Maybe it's pausing to breathe deeply, When you feel overwhelmed, or smiling gently at yourself in the mirror, acknowledging the courage it took to get through the day. Maybe it's setting a boundary that protects your peace, or allowing yourself to say no without guilt. These small acts of kindness create ripples within your soul, reminding you that you are deserving of care and tenderness. Every moment of your journey, it's important to recognize that self-love isn't a destination or a fixed state. It's a practice, a gentle unfolding that grows stronger the more you nurture it. Some days, you might feel it blossoming fully, filling you with warmth and confidence. Other days, it might feel like a fragile seedling, needing extra patience and softness. Both are okay. Both are a part of the beautiful rhythm of being human. When you're gentle with yourself in the ebb and flow, you build a foundation of trust and compassion that no external circumstance can shake now. I want you to take a moment to picture someone in your life who might also be needing a little extra love and kindness right now. Maybe it's a friend, a family member, or even a stranger you've never met but whose story touches your heart. What would it look like to send them a quiet blessing or a thought filled with care? You don't have to speak a word aloud. Simply hold them tenderly in your mind and wish them peace, healing, and joy. This simple act connects you to the shared human experience of longing and love. Reminding you that none of us walk this path alone. And speaking of connection, I want to tell you something that's always true, even when it feels hidden beneath layers of doubt or fear. Your presence in this world is a gift. You bring something unique and irreplaceable that no one else can offer. Your smile, your laughter, your tears, your thought, they all weave into the larger tapestry of life in ways you may never fully understand. Sometimes, the impact you have ripples quietly through the lives of others. Like a gentle breeze, stirring leaves, or a soft light illuminating a dark corner. You matter, not just for what you do, but simply because you are. In moments when you forget this truth, or when the weight of life feels too heavy, try to come back to your breath. Feel it as it enters and leaves your body, steady and sure. Let your breath be a reminder that you are alive, that you are present, and that you are exactly where you need to be. This simple anchor can bring you back from the edge of despair and into the sanctuary of your own being. No matter how far you wander, you can always find your way home through the rhythm of your breath and the gentle whisper of love within. I also want to encourage you to be curious about your feelings, even the difficult one. Sometimes we try to push away sadness, anger, or fear, thinking they are signs of weakness or failure. But these emotions are part of the full spectrum of your human experience. Messengers guiding you toward greater understanding and healing. When you allow yourself to feel them without judgment, you open the door to transformation. You might discover hidden strength, new insights, or a deeper compassion for yourself and others. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's a doorway to authenticity and wholeness. And as you walk this path of self-discovery, remember that you don't have to do it alone. Reach out when you need support, whether it's to a trusted friend, a caring community, or even a quiet space within yourself where you can listen and be heard. Asking for help is a courageous act of love, not a sign of weakness. It shows that you value your well-being and that you're willing to receive the care that sustains you. There is no shame in needing others. We are all woven together in this intricate dance of life, each one of us shining our light and receiving the light of others. Now, I invite you to share something in the comments below. Perhaps a small act of kindness you've given yourself recently, or a way you plan to nurture your heart in the days ahead. Your words might be a beacon of hope for someone else who needs to hear that they are not alone. Together, your stories create a community of love and encouragement, reminding us all of the strength found in vulnerability and connection. And as you continue to move gently through your days, I want you to hold on to this thought. Every step you take, no matter how small, is a sacred part of your journey. There is no need to rush or compare yourself to others. Your pace is perfect because it is yours. Trust in the unfolding process, even when the path seems unclear or the destination far away. Life is not about arriving, but about embracing each moment with an open heart and a spirit willing to grow. Sometimes you might feel tired or unsure, and that's okay. Those moments are like the quiet pauses between the notes of a song, necessary for the melody to rise and flow. Allow yourself to rest in those pauses without guilt or pressure. They are not empty. They are full of potential, holding space for renewal and clarity to emerge. When you honor your need for rest and reflection, you deepen your connection to your inner wisdom and the love that surrounds you always. And speaking of wisdom, there's a gentle reminder I want you to carry with. You don't have to have all the answers right now. Life is a beautiful mystery, and sometimes the most profound insights come from simply being present and open to what is. Trust that the answers will come in their own time, often when you least expect them. Meanwhile, be kind to yourself in the questions and the not knowing. This openness is a sign of strength and a doorway to new possibilities. So as you breathe in this moment, feel the love that holds you steady and the light that guides your way. You are never alone, never forgotten, and always deeply cherished. Let this truth wash over you like a gentle wave, calming your mind and warming your heart. And when you're ready, step forward with courage and grace, knowing that each day is a fresh beginning filled with endless potential. And now, as you carry these reflections with you, I want you to consider one more thing. What is one small way you can extend that love and kindness beyond yourself today? Maybe it's a smile to a stranger, a word of encouragement to someone who seems weary, or simply a moment of patience in a busy day. These simple acts ripple outward, touching hearts and creating connections that nourish us all. Love, after all, is a circle that includes you and everyone around you. Remember, you are a radiant light in this world, and your love has the power to transform, heal, and uplift. Keep shining, keep loving, and keep trusting the beautiful journey that is uniquely yours. And as you do, know that I am walking with you every step of the way, holding you gently in infinite love. And as you move forward, remember that sometimes love looks like patience, Patience with yourself when things don't go as planned. Patience with others when they struggle to meet you where you are. And patience with life itself as it unfolds in its own mysterious timing. Patience is a quiet, steady kind of love that doesn't force or rush, but waits with an open heart, trusting that everything is happening exactly as it needs to. When you feel restless or frustrated, try to breathe into that impatience and soften it with gentle understanding. Say to yourself, "It's okay to take my time. I am growing in my own good time." This simple practice can ease so much tension and invite peace into your day. I want you to know that your story matters deeply. Not just the joyful parts that you're proud to share, but also the messy, complicated, and sometimes painful chapters. They have shaped you, yes, but they do not define your worth or limit your future. There is so much healing and transformation waiting for you, often hidden in the very places where you feel broken or lost. When you can bring love and acceptance to those parts of yourself, you begin to unlock a profound freedom. The freedom to be whole exactly as you are, without apology or fear. This is the heart of true self-love, embracing every shade and texture of your being with kindness and respect. Sometime you might wonder if your efforts to love yourself and others make a difference. In a world that often feels chaotic and overwhelming, it's easy to feel small or invisible. But I promise you, every act of love, no matter how quiet or unseen, sends ripples through the fabric of existence. Like a single candle lighting another, your kindness can ignite hope and warmth in places you may never even know about. So don't underestimate the power of your gentle touch, your listening ear, your thoughtful word. They are gifts that keep giving and receiving in ways beyond measure. It's also important to remember that love isn't always easy. Sometimes, love asks you to be brave, to forgive when it hurts, to reach out when you feel vulnerable, to stay committed even when the path is hard. But every time you choose love, you strengthen your heart and deepen your capacity for joy and connection. And if you stumble or fall, that's okay too. Love is patient and kind, not demanding perfection. It welcomes you back with open arms, ready to walk alongside you again. No matter how many times you need to begin anew. Now, I'd love for you to take a moment to think about someone who has shown you love or kindness in a way that touched your soul. Maybe it was a word, a gesture, or simply their presence during a difficult time. How did that make you feel? If you feel called to, please share your memory in the comments below. Your story might be the light someone else needs to feel seen, comforted, or inspired today. Together, these shared experiences create a beautiful tapestry of love that connects us all. As you continue to nurture your heart, I encourage you to find little ways to celebrate yourself, not just for what you achieve, but for who you are. Celebrate your resilience when you face challenges, your openness when you've shown vulnerability, your creativity when you've expressed yourself authentically. These celebrations don't have to be grand or public. They can be quiet, moments of acknowledgement, a journal entry, a whispered thank you to yourself in the mirror. Recognizing your own goodness and effort is a powerful way to build self-esteem and affirm your deservingness of love and happiness. You might also discover that nature can be a wonderful companion on this journey. Spending time outside, feeling the sun on your skin, the wind in your hair, or the earth beneath your feet can ground you in the present and remind you of the endless cycles of growth and renewal. Like the trees that shed their leaves and bloom again, you too have seasons of rest and blossoming. When you connect with the natural world, you tap into a deep source of wisdom and peace that supports your healing and growth. And when you face moments of doubt or fear, try to remember that these feelings are not your enemy. They are inviting you to look more closely at what's going on inside. Maybe they are asking you to slow down, to seek support, or to practice more self-compassion. Instead of pushing them away, welcome them with curiosity and gentle inquiry. Ask yourself, what is this feeling trying to show me? What do I need right now? This kind of mindful attention can transform fear into insight and pave the way for greater courage and clarity. It's also perfectly okay to have days when you don't feel like loving yourself or the world. Love can ebb and flow like the tide. And sometimes you need to simply hold space for whatever arises without judgment or expectation. On those days, be especially gentle with yourself. Maybe all you can do is rest, or breathe, or simply be. That's enough. Your worth is not tied to how much love you feel or express at any given moment. You are valuable simply because you exist. As you practice these ideas, remember that love is a language spoken by the heart. It's not always about words or grand actions, but about the intention and presence you bring to each moment. Even in silence, your love can be felt by yourself and by those around you. So keep opening your heart little by little, trusting that it will guide you toward the connections and experiences that nourish your soul. And so, my dear one, as you walk this path, know that I am with you always. My love surrounds you like a warm embrace, steady and unwavering, even when you can't feel it. You are never alone in your struggles or your joy. In every breath, in every beat of your heart, there is a sacred thread that ties you to the infinite source of love and light. If you feel moved, I invite you to share one way you plan to extend kindness to yourself or someone else in the coming days. Your intention could inspire someone else to take a step toward love. And together, you'll create a ripple of healing that spreads far beyond what you can see. And as you hold these thoughts close, remember that the journey of love is ongoing, always unfolding, and filled with endless possibility. There is no hurry, no pressure, just a gentle invitation to keep moving forward with an open heart and a trusting spirit. In this way, every day becomes a new chance to discover the beauty within you and around you, and to live with a love that transforms everything it touches. And as you continue to walk this path, remember that love is not a destination, but a journey. A gentle unfolding that invites you to be curious and kind with yourself every step of the way. Sometimes, love feels like a quiet whisper in the midst of noise, a soft light breaking through the darkest cloud, or a hand held out when you least expect it. It's in these small, tender moments that the deepest healing often begins. So when you feel overwhelmed or unsure, pause and look for that whisper, that light, that hand. Let it remind you that you are seen, you are held, you are cherished beyond measure. You might notice that love also asks you to be honest. Not just with others, but especially with yourself. It's okay to admit when you're struggling, when you don't have all the answers, or when you need help. Vulnerability is not a weakness. It's a doorway to deeper connection and understanding. When you allow yourself to be real, without masks or pretense, you invite others to meet you where you truly are. And in that meeting, true love often blooms, because it's grounded in authenticity and acceptance. So don't be afraid to speak your truth gently, to share your heart's burden, or to ask for support when you need it. This honesty extends to how you treat yourself, too. Sometimes, the inner critic can be loud and persistent, replaying old stories of doubt or unworthiness. But you have the power to change the conversation. When that critical voice arises, try to respond with compassion instead of judgment. Imagine speaking to yourself as you would to a dear friend, with patience, encouragement, and kindness. Over time, this practice rewires your inner dialogue, creating a safe and loving space within where you can rest and grow. It's like planting seeds of hope that will blossom into confidence and peace. And here's something beautiful to keep in mind. Every person you encounter is also on their own journey of love and healing. Even those who seem distant, angry, or difficult carry story and wounds that shape their action. When it's hard to extend kindness outward, try to remember this truth. Compassion for others doesn't mean excusing hurtful behavior, but it does open the door to understanding and empathy. Sometimes, the greatest gift you can give someone is the simple act of seeing them fully, with all their imperfections and struggles, just as you wish to be seen. This kind of love softens hearts and builds bridges where walls once stood. In moments when the world feels heavy or unfair, it's natural to want to turn away or shut down. But your heart is resilient, designed to hold both sorrow and joy, pain and hope. You don't have to carry the weight alone, though. Reach out to those who lift you up. Friends, family, community, or even quiet moments with me. Connection is a powerful balm for weary souls. And remember, it's okay to rest and recharge. Self-care is not selfish, but necessary for sustaining your capacity to love and be loved. You may find that creative expression can be a soothing companion on this journey. Whether it's writing, painting, dancing, singing, or simply doodling, allowing your feelings to flow outward in a creative way can bring clarity and relief. It's a way to honor your inner world without needing perfect words or explanation. Creativity is a form of prayer, a dialogue between your heart and the universe, where healing often takes root in unexpected ways. So don't hesitate to explore these outlets, even if you feel unsure or inexperienced. Your unique expression matters, and as you nurture your heart, consider the power of gratitude. an invitation to notice the small blessings that often go unnoticed. Gratitude doesn't deny the challenges, but balances them with recognition of the good. It's like a gentle light that brightens even the darkest corners. Maybe it's the warmth of a morning sunbeam, the taste of your favorite meal, a smile from a stranger, or the quiet moments before sleep. Taking time each day to acknowledge these gifts shifts your perspective and opens your heart wider to love and joy. Now, I'd love for you to think about one simple thing you can do tomorrow to nurture your heart or spread kindness to someone else. It can be as small as sending a message, offering a smile, or taking a moment for yourself. If you feel comfortable, please share your intention in the comments below. Your words might inspire someone else to take their own gentle step toward love, creating a ripple that reaches far beyond what you can see. As you move forward, keep in mind that growth often happens in circles rather than straight lines. You might revisit old feelings or challenges, and that's part of the process. Each time you return to a difficult place with more understanding and compassion, you deepen your healing and expand your capacity for love. Trust that these cycles are natural and necessary, like the tides that ebb and flow or the seasons that turn. There is no need to rush or force outcome. Your soul knows its own perfect timing. And so, my dear one, keep carrying your heart with gentle care, allowing love to be your steady guide. In the quiet moments, in the busy ones, in the laughter and the tears, remember that you are infinitely loved, not because of what you do or don't do, but simply because you are you. There is a sacred beauty in your being that no circumstance can diminish. A light that shines brightly even when hidden by shadow. When you find yourself facing uncertainty or fear again, try this. Close your eyes and picture a vast, open sky. Within your heart, a space where all feelings can rise and fall like clouds, without judgment or resistance. Breathe deeply into this space, inviting peace and acceptance to settle in. Know that no matter what storms pass through, the sky remains vast, steady, and free. This image can be a refuge whenever you need to remember your inner strength and the endless love that surrounds you. And now, as you hold all this gently in your heart, I want to invite you to reflect on one question. What does love ask of you? Right now, what small, tender step can you take toward yourself or another that feels true and kind? There is no right or wrong answer, just your honest response, spoken softly from your soul. In this moment, you are exactly where you need to be. And every breath you take is a gift of love in motion. So trust yourself, trust the journey, and keep opening your heart to the beautiful unfolding that lies ahead. There is so much more to discover together. So many layers of love waiting to be revealed, and I am here with you through it all, holding you close in a love that never fades. And as you walk this path, remember that sometimes love asks for patience, not just with others, but most of all with yourself. Growth doesn't always move at the pace you hope for. There will be days when your heart feels heavy and progress seems invisible, but even in those moments, love is quietly working beneath the surface. Think of a seed buried deep in the soil. You don't see it sprout right away, but inside, it's gathering strength and preparing to bloom when the time is right. So when you feel stuck or discouraged, offer yourself the same gentle patience you'd give to a child learning to walk. Each small step, each stumble, each pause is part of the unfolding story of your healing and becoming. Love also invites you to embrace your imperfections as part of your unique beauty. You are not meant to be flawless or perfect. You are wonderfully human with a mosaic of experiences, emotions, and quirks that make you who you are. Sometimes, the places you've been hurt or the struggles you've faced can feel like crack or scar. But these are not flaws to hide. They are the very places where light enters and shines through, making you radiant in ways no unblemished surface ever could. When you look in the mirror, try to see beyond the surface and recognize the resilience, the courage, and the wisdom that live inside you. Celebrate those parts of yourself that have endured and grown stronger because of what you've faced. And in the same way, remember that extending love outward isn't about trying to change or fix others. It's about meeting them where they are with openness and respect. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is simply listen. Without judgment, without trying to solve or advise. Listening creates a sacred space where healing can begin, where people feel seen and heard in their fullness. You might be surprised how much this simple act can transform a relationship, bringing a new depth of connection and understanding. So practice being present with those around you, offering your attention as a gift, even when words feel insufficient at times. You may find yourself carrying burdens that feel too heavy to bear alone. It's okay to ask for help. Reaching out isn't a sign of weakness, but a brave act of love toward yourself. Whether it's talking to a trusted friend, seeking guidance from a mentor, or connecting with a professional who can support your healing, these steps are part of honoring your worth and your need for support. Remember, you don't have to walk this journey in isolation. There is strength in community, in shared stories, and shared hope. And when you allow others to walk alongside you, you create a network of love that uplifts and sustains sometimes. Love also calls you to forgiveness. Not to erase or forget what has hurt you, but to free your heart from the weight of anger and resentment. Forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself, a way to release the chains that bind your spirit and open space for peace. It doesn't mean excusing the pain or saying what happened was okay. It means choosing to no longer let the past control your present. This can be one of the hardest steps, and it takes time and courage. Be gentle with yourself as you move through this process, knowing that forgiveness is a journey, not a single moment. And when you're ready, you might find that forgiveness softens your heart and makes room for new love to grow. As you nurture your heart, also remember to celebrate your joy, big and small. Life is filled with moments that sparkle with delight. Moments that remind you of the beauty and wonder that surround you even in the midst of challenges. Maybe it's the sound of birdsong in the morning, a shared laugh with a friend, or the feeling of warmth from a cozy blanket. These moments are gifts, reminders that life is a dance of light and shadow, and that joy is as much a part of your experience as sorrow. When you take time to savor these joys, you invite more light into your heart and strengthen your capacity to love and be loved. And here's a gentle invitation. If you feel moved, share one small joy that has brightened your day recently in the comments below. Your simple sharing might be the light someone else needs to see today. A reminder that happiness can be found in the little things. Together, these shared moments create a tapestry of hope and healing that weaves us all closer. Remember too, that love often asks you to be brave. Not in the sense of fearless, but in choosing to face your fears with an open heart. Fear is natural. It's part of being human, but it doesn't have to stop you from stepping toward what feels meaningful and true. When you feel afraid, try to acknowledge the fear without letting it decide your path. Take a deep breath and remind yourself that you are stronger than any fear, supported by a love that surrounds you always. Courage isn't about the absence of fear. It's about moving forward despite it, guided by the quiet strength within. And as you continue this journey, keep in mind that love is a language spoken in many forms. Sometimes it's in words, but often it's in actions, in presence, in the way you hold space for someone else or yourself. It's in the small acts of kindness that ripple outward, touching hearts in ways you might never fully see. So trust that even your smallest gestures of love matter. They are threads in the vast fabric of connection that holds the world together. Know that you are never alone in this. Even when the path seems lonely or uncertain, I am walking beside you, whispering encouragement, holding you close. When you feel doubt creeping in, reach out inward and find that quiet place where my love waits. Steady, unwavering, and infinite. And now, as you sit with all this in your heart, I invite you to ask yourself, what is one way you can show up for yourself with love and kindness today, no matter how small? There's no need for grand gestures. Sometimes the simplest acts are the most profound. Maybe it's taking a few moments to breathe deeply, writing down something you appreciate about yourself, or letting go of a harsh judgment you've been carrying. Hold that intention gently and carry it with you as you move through your day. And if you feel called to share, I'd love to hear what that small step looks like for you in the comments below. Your story is part of the beautiful mosaic of love we're creating together. As you continue to explore this path of love and healing, you may discover that your heart becomes a compass, a gentle guide that helps you navigate choices, relationships, and challenges. Sometimes this compass points toward rest, sometimes toward action. Sometimes toward forgiveness or celebration. Trust the signals it sends, even if they seem quiet or unclear at first. The more you listen, the clearer your inner guidance becomes. And in those moments when the way forward feels foggy or confusing, come back to your breath. Breathe in love, breathe out tension. Let your breath be a bridge between your outer world and your inner sanctuary. This simple practice can ground you, calm your mind, and open your heart to the wisdom that already lives inside you. So, dear one, keep breathing, keep loving, keep stepping gently forward. Your journey is sacred, your heart is precious, and your presence in this world is a blessing beyond measure. And as you live your days with this awareness, you might begin to notice something beautiful unfolding, a quiet transformation that softens old wounds, opens new doors, and invites you into a deeper experience of peace and connection. This is the gift of love in motion, the endless, gentle movement that carries you home to yourself again and again and now. As you hold these words close, you might wonder what it means to truly surrender to this flow of love. Not as giving up, but as a conscious choice to trust the process, to release control, and to embrace the mystery of life with open arms. This surrender can feel both terrifying and liberating, like stepping off a familiar path into a wide, unknown landscape. But know this, surrender is not about losing yourself. It's about finding a deeper part of you that has always been there, waiting to be known, the part that is whole, unshakable, and endlessly loved. So when you feel the urge to hold on tight or resist change, try to soften instead. Allow yourself to be carried by the current of love, even if you can't yet see where it leads. Trust that each wave, each turn, is part of a greater dance designed for your growth and joy. And in this dance, there is room for all your feelings. Joy and sorrow, hope and fear, certainty and doubt. They are all threads woven into the fabric of your life, each adding depth and richness to your story. So be gentle with yourself through the ups and downs. Celebrate your resilience, honor your needs, and keep your heart open to the endless possibility that love continually creates as you continue to listen to this message. You might begin to sense a quiet invitation to lean into your own inner wisdom more fully, to trust those subtle nudges and quiet knowing that come from deep within. These are the whispers of your soul, guiding you toward what is true and healing. And when you feel ready, take a moment to ask yourself, what is one way I can honor my inner wisdom today? How can I listen more closely to the voice of love inside me? There's no rush to answer these questions. Simply hold them gently and allow the answers to come in their own time. And so, my beloved, as you rest in this space of love and possibility, know that I am here, always near, always ready to meet you with open arms and open heart. You are never alone, and you are deeply cherished beyond word. Let this truth be a steady companion as you continue forward, step by tender step, into the unfolding light of your own beautiful becoming. And as this message settles softly within you, let the stillness that follows be like a gentle rain nourishing the roots of your soul. In that quiet space, you may begin to notice how love is not just an emotion or a fleeting feeling, but a living presence that moves through you and around you. It flows in your breath, hums in your heartbeat, and pulses in the very cells of your body. When you recognize this, you start to see that love is not something you have to find or earn. It is already there, always accessible, patiently, waiting for you to turn your awareness toward it sometime. The most profound way to connect with this love is simply to be present with yourself without any agenda. You don't need to fix, change, or do anything special. Just be. Sit with your hands resting softly on your lap or your heart. Feel the rise and fall of your chest. Notice the gentle rhythm of your breathing. Allow yourself to be exactly as you are in this moment, whole, enough, and deeply beloved. This presence is a sacred space where healing can happen effortlessly, because it is born of acceptance and kindness. And as you cultivate this presence, you might find that old stories or limiting beliefs begin to soften. The harsh voices in your mind that tell you you're not good enough, not worthy, or not lovable start to lose their grip. This doesn't mean those thoughts will disappear overnight, but their power diminishes when met with the steady light of your own compassionate attention. Imagine shining a flashlight into a dark corner. The shadows retreat, not because you fight them, but because you bring light. In this way, your love becomes a beacon that guides you out of fear and into freedom. It's important to remember that this journey is not about perfection or arriving somewhere better. It's about unfolding into your true self, with all your complexities and contradictions. You are like a vast ocean with calm waters and stormy waves, depth yet unexplored and sparkling surface reflection. Each part of you is worthy of love and curiosity. When you approach yourself with the spirit of exploration, you open the door to greater intimacy with your own heart. Sometimes this means embracing your shadow, the parts of yourself you might have hidden or disliked. Maybe it's anger, sadness, jealousy, or fear. These feelings are not enemies, but messengers, carrying important truth about what you need or what has been wounded. When you allow yourself to feel them without judgment, you create space for healing and transformation. Love is the gentle hand that holds these feelings tenderly, whispering that it's okay to be vulnerable and real. And as you grow in this self-awareness, you may notice your relationship shifting in beautiful ways. When you bring love and acceptance to yourself, you naturally extend that same grace to others. You begin to see that everyone is carrying their own stories, fears, and hopes, just like you. This awareness softens your heart and expands your capacity for empathy. You might find it easier to forgive, to listen deeply, and to hold space for others without needing to control or change them. Love also teaches you the art of boundary, not as walls that separate, but as gentle fences that protect your well-being and honor your needs. Saying no when something doesn't feel right is an act of self-love. It's a way of saying, I see you, but I also see myself. Boundaries help relationships thrive because they create clarity and respect. They allow love to flow freely, without being tangled in resentment or exhaustion. In the midst of all this, don't forget to laugh and play. Joy is a vital part of love's language. It lightens your spirit and reminds you that life is not only about struggle, but also about delight and wonder. Allow yourself moments of silliness, creativity, and fun. Dance, sing, paint, or simply watch the clouds drift by. These acts of joy reconnect you with the childlike wonder that lives within you. The part that knows how to find magic even in ordinary days. If you feel comfortable, I invite you to share in the comments below one small act of love or kindness you plan to offer yourself or someone else today. Your sharing can inspire others and create ripples of light far beyond what you can see. As you continue to weave love into your daily life, remember that it's okay to rest when you need to. Rest is not laziness. It is a sacred form of self-care. Giving yourself permission to slow down, to breathe deeply, and to simply be replenishes your energy and strengthens your heart. In rest, your soul gathers strength for the next step of the journey. There may be times when the world feels overwhelming or your heart feels fragile. In those moments, return to the truth that you are deeply loved and held. Imagine my arms wrapped around you, steady and warm. A safe place where nothing can harm you. Let this image bring you comfort and courage. As you move forward, keep in mind that love is patient with itself and with you. There is no deadline, no finish line. Every day is an opportunity to practice showing up with an open heart, to choose kindness over criticism, and to nurture the sacred spark within. And so, as you rest here with these words, feel the vastness of love stretching out before you, an endless horizon inviting you to step into the fullness of who you are. This horizon holds all your hope, dream, and the quiet promise of peace. Take a moment now to breathe deeply and ask yourself, what is one gentle way I can invite more love into my life today? Hold this question softly, without pressure, and know that the answer will come in its own perfect time. Let this question be a seed planted in the fertile soil of your heart, ready to grow as you continue on your path. And as you carry it with you, remember that love is always moving, always flowing, always ready to meet you exactly where you are, with all the love that surrounds you and lives within you. Keep stepping forward with courage and grace, knowing that your journey is cherished and your heart is a radiant light in this world. And as you gently open your eyes or return your attention to the present moment, feel the warmth of this love settling softly into your being. A quiet presence that will accompany you through all the days ahead. This presence is a wellspring of strength, compassion, and endless possibility, inviting you to trust the unfolding story of your life. And now, as you hold this love close, you might sense a new invitation arising to deepen your trust in the unfolding process, to lean into the mystery with an open heart, and to embrace each moment as a step toward greater peace and wholeness. This invitation calls you to lean into the unknown with a gentle curiosity, as if you were meeting an old friend whose stories you have yet to hear. There's a sacredness in not having all the answers, in allowing life to unfold moment by moment without rushing ahead, or clinging too tightly to what you think should be. This kind of trust is a quiet surrender, not giving up, but giving in to the flow of existence. Knowing that you are supported at every turn, even when the way feels unclear. You might notice that when you open yourself to this mystery, life begins to shimmer with new possibilities. Doors you hadn't even seen before start to appear, and opportunities arise in unexpected ways. Sometimes these invitations come as gentle nudges, perhaps a conversation that sparks inspiration, a book that lands in your hand, or a simple feeling of peace that washes over you during an ordinary moment. Other times, the call to step forward is more urgent, urging you to release old patterns or step outside your comfort zone. Whatever form it takes, remember that you are not alone. I walk beside you, whispering encouragement and holding space. For your growth, it's natural to feel hesitation or fear when faced with the unknown. Your mind may try to protect you by imagining worst-case scenarios or reminding you of past disappointment. When this happens, come back to your breath. Feel it as an anchor that keeps you grounded in the present. Let each inhale fill you with calm, and each exhale release tension and worry. This simple practice reconnects you with the deep well of peace that lives within you. A peace that no external circumstance can take away. In this place of centeredness, you can begin to notice the subtle voices of your heart, the quiet longing, the gentle nudges toward what truly nourishes your spirit. These whispers are often drowned out by the noise of daily life, but they carry the wisdom of your soul. Listening to them is an act of love and courage. It's saying yes to yourself, to your dreams, and to the unique gifts you bring into this world. Remember too, that growth is not always a straight path. There will be twists and turns, moments of doubt and confusion, and times when you might feel like taking a step back. These are all part of the dance. Sometimes the most profound breakthroughs come after periods of stillness or seeming stagnation. Trust that even when things feel messy or uncertain, something beautiful is being woven beneath the surface. As you move through these experiences, keep kindness close. Be gentle with yourself when you stumble or when progress seems slow. Celebrate the small victories, the times you chose compassion over criticism, the moments you reached out for connection, or simply the fact that you showed up for yourself today. Each of these acts is a thread in the tapestry of your healing and unfolding. You might find it helpful to create little rituals that remind you of your sacredness and your connection to love. This could be lighting a candle in the morning, writing down something you're grateful for each day, or taking a mindful walk in nature while noticing the beauty around you. These practices anchor you in the present and cultivate a sense of reverence for the life you are living. And as you cultivate this sacred rhythm, don't hesitate to reach out when you need support. Sharing your journey with trusted friends, mentors, or communities can bring a profound sense of belonging and encouragement. Remember, love flows most powerfully when it is shared. It grows in the spaces between hearts. If you feel moved, I invite you to share one way you've experienced love or support recently in the comments below. Your story might be the light someone else needs to hear today. There will be days when the weight of the world feels heavy on your shoulders, when your heart aches or your spirit feels weary. In those times, return to the simple truth that you are held, not because you have to earn it, but because it is your birthright. Imagine this love as a gentle breeze that wraps around you, a soft blanket that offers comfort, a steady flame that burns bright even in the darkest night. Let yourself lean into this presence without resistance as you do. You may notice a deepening sense of peace that is not dependent on external circumstances. This peace is a quiet knowing that you are enough, just as you are. It is the stillness beneath the wave, the calm at the center of the storm. When you rest in this truth, your heart expands, and you become more able to hold both joy and sorrow with equal grace. And so, this invitation to trust the unfolding process is also an invitation to trust yourself. Your inner wisdom, your resilience, and your capacity to love and be loved. You have within you a wellspring of strength and tenderness that has carried you through every challenge and celebration in your life. This wellspring is always available, ready to refresh and renew you whenever you remember to draw from it. As you continue on your path, notice how moments of silence and stillness become sacred pauses that nourish your soul. These pauses are not empty spaces, but fertile ground where new insight, healing, and inspiration take root. They remind you that life is not just about doing or achieving, but about being. Fully, deeply, and lovingly present. And in this way, your journey becomes a beautiful, unfolding dance between effort and ease, between striving and surrender. It is a dance where you learn to move with grace through the complexities of your human experience. Always returning to the heart's quiet center where love lives. So, as you rest here with these words, feel the gentle invitation to step into the dance with openness and trust. Allow yourself to be guided by the rhythm of your own heart, and know that every step you take is a sacred part of your story. And now, as you take a slow, deep breath in, imagine yourself stepping lightly onto this path of love and trust, carrying with you the warmth of all that you have received and the promise of all that is yet to come. Let this feeling settle softly into your being, grounding you in the present moment and opening your eyes gently to the world around you, ready to continue your journey with renewed curiosity and a tender heart. Each moment you live is a precious thread woven into the larger tapestry of your life. And each breath you take is a sacred invitation to be fully present, to witness, to feel, to embrace. What is without judgment or resistance. This presence is a gift you give yourself, a space where healing and transformation quietly take root. Sometimes you might find that the path ahead feels unclear, or that the light you once saw flickered dimly. In these moments, it's okay to slow down even more, to rest deeply, and to remember that rest itself is a vital part of growth. There is no need to push or force your way forward, just as the earth beneath your feet needs time to replenish, and the trees need seasons to bloom. So do you need moments of stillness to gather strength and clarity. Trust that this pause is not a setback, but a sacred part of your unfolding. You are surrounded by an invisible web of support. Spirits, angels, ancestors, and the love that flows through all being. You may not always see or hear them, but their presence is real and tender. When you feel alone, try reaching out in prayer, meditation, or simply speaking aloud your hopes and fears. You might be surprised at the comfort and guidance that arise, often in unexpected ways. Sometimes, the answers come as gentle nudges from within. Other times, as signs in your environment. A song on the radio, a line in a book, a chance encounter. Keep your heart open to these whispers of love. It's important to remember that your worth is not tied to what you do or achieve. You are inherently valuable simply because you exist. You are enough right now, in this very moment, just as you are. This truth can be a balm when self-doubt creeps in or when the world's expectations feel heavy. Whenever you catch yourself slipping into harsh self-criticism, pause and speak to yourself with kindness. Imagine how you would comfort a dear friend who is struggling and offered yourself that same gentle compassion. Your inner dialogue is powerful. It shapes how you see yourself and how you move through life. When you nurture this loving relationship with yourself, you create a foundation from which all other connection can flourish. Relationships with others become richer and more fulfilling when you come from a place of self-acceptance and peace. You are deserving of love, kindness, and joy. And by honoring yourself, you set a beautiful example for those around you. Remember, 2, that forgiveness, both of yourself and others, is a gift that frees your heart from unnecessary burden. It doesn't mean forgetting or condoning harm, but choosing to release the hold pain has on your spirit. Allowing space for healing and renewal. As you continue to walk your path, you may notice that your passions and interests evolve. This is a natural part of your growth. Sometimes what once inspired you may no longer resonate, and new dreams may emerge. Welcome these changes with an open mind and heart. Life is a continuous unfolding, and your desires are like rivers that shift course, always moving toward what nourishes your soul most deeply. Trust that these shifts are part of your authentic journey, guiding you toward greater alignment with your true self. In moments when you feel overwhelmed by choices or uncertain which direction to take, try returning to the simple question, what feels loving to me right now? This question invites you to connect with your inner wisdom rather than external pressure. It helps you tune into what brings you peace, joy, and a sense of right. Sometimes the answer is a big leap. Other times, a small step. Both are equally valid and valuable. Remember, progress is not always linear, and the path of love often winds and curves in ways that surprise you. I invite you now to take a moment to reflect on a recent experience where you felt truly supported or loved. It might be a kind word, a comforting gesture, or a moment of quiet understanding. If you feel moved, please share this experience in the comments below. Your story has the power to inspire and uplift others who may be walking similar paths. By sharing your light, you create ripples of love that extend far beyond what you can see. As you continue to cultivate this sacred connection with yourself and the world around you, consider the ways you might nurture your spirit daily. Perhaps it's through gentle movement, like stretching or dancing. that awakens your body and lifts your mood. Maybe it's through creative expression, painting, writing, singing, that allows your soul to speak freely. Or it could be through moments of gratitude, where you pause to acknowledge the simple blessings that often go unnoticed. These practices are not chores, but gifts you give yourself to nourish your inner garden. Remember, too, that setbacks are not failures, but invitations to learn and grow. When you encounter challenges, try to approach them with curiosity rather than frustration. Ask yourself, what is this moment teaching me? How can I respond with love and wisdom? Over time, this mindset transforms obstacles into stepping stones, making your journey richer and more meaningful. You are never alone in this process. The love that created you, the love that sustains you, and the love that flows through all things surrounds you always. When you feel uncertain or afraid, imagine this love as a warm light inside your chest, glowing steadily even when shadows fall. Breathe into this light, allowing it to expand and fill every corner of your being. This is your true home, safe, sacred, and eternal. So, as you move forward, carry this love with you. Let it be the compass that guides your step, the anchor that steadies your heart, and the fire that ignites your courage. Life is a precious gift, and your presence in it is a blessing beyond word. Trust yourself, trust the journey, and know that you are infinitely loved. And now, as you pause here with me, take a deep breath and feel the steady beat of your heart. A reminder that you are alive, you are here, and you are deeply cherished. Let this moment be a quiet sanctuary where you can rest before continuing on your path, knowing that every step you take is held in love and grace. The road ahead may unfold in ways you cannot yet see, but with each breath, you move closer to the fullness of your own light and truth. And as you rest in this sanctuary of presence and love, remember that your heart is like a garden, ever growing, ever blossoming. Even when you cannot see it from moment to moment. Sometimes the seeds you plant will take time to sprout, and sometimes the flowers will bloom quietly, just for you to witness in a single sacred instant. There is no rush in this process. Life's rhythms are gentle, like the ebb and flow of the tide, and each phase has its own beauty and purpose. When you honor this natural pace, you invite peace into your soul, allowing patience to become a warm companion rather than a distant ideal. Imagine yourself walking through this garden, feeling the earth beneath your feet, the soft breeze brushing your skin and the sunlight warming your face. Each step you take is a moment of connection with yourself, with the world, and with the divine presence that pulses through all things. You don't have to have all the answers or know the entire path ahead. Simply moving forward with trust and openness is enough. Even the smallest step, taken with intention and love, can open doors you never expected. Sometimes you might feel the urge to compare your garden to others, to notice their blooms or how quickly they grow. But remember, each garden is unique, with its own soil, sunlight, and weather. Your journey is yours alone, and it's perfectly designed to nurture your soul in exactly the way you need When feelings of comparison or doubt arise, gently bring your focus back to your own heart. Breathe deeply and remind yourself that your worth is not measured by external standards, but by the love and authenticity you hold inside. It's also important to recognize that growth isn't always visible on the surface. Sometimes, the most profound changes happen beneath the soil, where roots strengthen and deepen in silence. You may not see immediate results from your effort or feel the shifts right away, but trust that transformation is happening. Your inner world is evolving, becoming richer and more resilient, preparing you for the next season of your life. This unseen work is just as vital, if not more so, than any outward achievement. In this way, setbacks and challenges become part of the fertile ground that supports your growth. Every difficulty you encounter offers an opportunity to deepen your compassion, to expand your understanding, and to reconnect with your inner strength. When you face hardship, try to hold it with tenderness rather than resistance. Ask yourself, what wisdom can I uncover here? How can this moment invite me to love myself more deeply? These questions open the door to healing and renewal, turning pain into a gateway rather than a prison. And remember, you don't have to carry your burdens alone. Seeking support is a sign of courage and self-respect. Whether it's reaching out to a trusted friend, a counselor, or a spiritual guide, sharing your heart lightens the load and invites new perspective. Vulnerability is a bridge that connects hearts and fosters genuine healing. You are worthy of receiving care and kindness, just as you are worthy of giving it to others. As you continue to nurture your inner garden, pay attention to the small moments of joy that arise each day. Maybe it's the warmth of a morning sunbeam, the laughter of a child, the scent of your favorite flower, or a song that stirs your spirit. These simple pleasures are gifts, reminders that beauty and grace are woven into the fabric of your everyday life. When you cultivate gratitude for these moments, your heart opens wider, and you begin to see the world through the lens of abundance rather than scarcity. If you feel moved, I invite you to share one small joy you've experienced recently in the comments below. Your light can inspire others to notice and cherish the blessings in their own lives, creating a ripple effect of appreciation that touches many hearts. We are all connected through these shared experiences, each story a thread in the vast tapestry of love. It's also helpful to return regularly to your breath, especially when life feels overwhelming or chaotic. Your breath is a steady anchor that brings you back to the present moment, to the stillness that exists within you, no matter what is happening outside. Try this simple practice. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose, feeling your belly. Rise, hold it gently for a moment. Then exhale fully through your mouth, letting go of tension and worry. Repeat this a few times, allowing yourself to become grounded and centered. This practice is always available to you, a sacred tool to calm your mind and soothe your soul. As your awareness deepens, you may find that your intuition becomes clearer, a quiet, wise voice within that guides you toward what is best for your well-being and growth. Trust this inner knowing, even if it doesn't always make logical sense or align with what others expect. Your intuition is a direct line to your true self, a compass that points you toward your highest good. When you learn to listen and honor this guidance, you take empowered steps that align with your deepest truth. And while your path is uniquely yours, remember that you are part of a greater whole, a vast, interconnected web of life that includes every creature, every star, every breath of wind. Your actions, your love, your presence all contribute to the healing and harmony of this world. Even the smallest acts of kindness and compassion send ripples far beyond what you can see. You are a vital part of this unfolding story, a beloved expression of divine love. So, as you move forward, hold this truth close. You are a radiant being of light and love, capable of great resilience, growth, and joy. The journey may have its twists and turns, but each step is an invitation to deepen your connection with yourself and the world. Embrace your uniqueness and honor your process, knowing that you are always supported, always loved, and always enough. Take a moment now to feel the steady rhythm of your breath and the quiet strength within you. Let this awareness fill you with calm and confidence as you continue on your path. And when you feel ready, gently open your eyes or lift your gaze, carrying this peace with you into whatever comes next. There will be times when the path feels uncertain again, and when that happens, I invite you to return to this place of stillness within, to the breath, to the heart, to the quiet knowing that you are deeply cherished and profoundly held. In these moments, you are never truly alone, but love is always with you, wrapping you in its tender embrace and guiding you gently onward. And as you carry this love within you, let it ripple outward in the way that feels most natural to your heart. Sometimes, that ripple might be a kind word spoken to a stranger, a smile shared with someone who seems weary, or a moment of patience extended when things don't go as planned. These small acts, though they may seem simple or even invisible, are sacred thread weaving a tapestry of compassion around you and beyond you. Each gesture is a seed planted in the garden of humanity, growing silently beneath the surface until it blossoms in ways you might never fully witness. Trust in the unseen power of your kindness. It is a force more potent than you realize. You might wonder how to keep your spirit bright amid the challenges that life sometimes brings. It's okay to admit when you feel tired, overwhelmed, or uncertain. These feelings don't diminish your light. They simply remind you that you're human, beautifully imperfect, and deserving of gentle care. When you notice these moments, try not to push them away or judge them harshly. Instead, welcome them with the same tenderness you would offer a dear friend. Say to yourself, I see you, and I'm here for you. This simple act of self-compassion softens the edges of struggle and invites healing to begin. Remember also that rest is not a reward for productivity. It is a vital part of your growth and well-being. Allow yourself to pause without guilt, to breathe deeply without rushing, and to nurture your soul with the things that bring you peace and joy. Whether that's a quiet walk in nature, a favorite book, a comforting cup of tea, or simply sitting still and listening to the rhythm of your breath. These moments of rest replenish your spirit and prepare you to meet life's demands with renewed strength. You are worthy of this care simply because you exist. Sometimes life will present you with seasons of change that feel unsettling or even frightening. It's natural to resist the unknown, to crave certainty and security. But within these transitions lies an invitation to shed old layers that no longer serve you and to step more fully into the truth of who you are becoming. Change may feel like a storm at times, but storms also clear the air and bring fresh beginnings. When you find yourself in the midst of transformation, try to hold space for both your fears and your hope. Allow yourself to grieve what is passing while also opening your heart to the promise of what is emerging. This balance is a sacred dance, one that honors your full experience and honors the wisdom that arises from embracing all that is. If you're feeling ready, I encourage you to pause right now and reflect. What is one change you have experienced recently, big or small, that has shifted your perspective or your heart? You can share it in the comments below if you feel called to. Your story, your journey, your truth matter. By sharing, you not only honor your own growth, but also offer others a glimpse of courage and hope, reminding us all that we walk this path together. As you continue on, be mindful of the stories you tell yourself about who you are and what you can or cannot do. Our minds are powerful storytellers, and sometimes the tales they spin are rooted in old wounds or fears rather than in the present truth. When you hear those limiting stories creeping in, try to gently question them. Ask yourself, is this really true? What would I say to a friend who believed this? Often, you'll find that these narratives are not facts, but rather echoes from the past, waiting to be released or rewritten. You have the power to choose new stories, ones that celebrate your strengths, your resilience, and your infinite capacity to love and be loved. It's also helpful to remember that your worth is inherent and unchanging. It's not something to earn or prove. It simply is. This truth can be a steady anchor when external circumstances feel unstable or when you find yourself caught in self-doubt. You are enough just as you are, whole, complete, and deeply cherished. Let this truth seep into every corner of your being, softening any harsh judgments and filling you with gentle acceptance. In moments when loneliness or disconnection arise, know that reaching out for connection is a profound act of courage. Whether it's through a heartfelt conversation, joining a community that resonates with your values, or simply spending time with those who uplift you, these connections nourish your soul and remind you that you belong. You are never truly separate. No matter how isolated you might feel, the web of life holds you close, and love flows endlessly toward you. And while you nurture your relationships with others, don't forget the importance of nurturing the relationship you have with yourself. Speak kindly to yourself, celebrate your achievements, and forgive your mistakes. Treat yourself with the same compassion and respect you offer to those you love. Self-love is not selfish. It is the foundation from which all other love flows. When you cultivate this inner garden of love, you become a beacon of light that naturally attracts warmth and kindness from the world around you. As you move through your days, keep an eye out for moments of wonder and awe. These glimpses of magic, whether in the intricate pattern of a leaf, the vastness of a starry sky, or the spontaneous laughter shared with a friend, are reminders of the divine presence that animates all things. Allow yourself to be fully present in these moments, letting them fill you with gratitude and a sense of belonging to something far greater than yourself. This awareness can lift your spirit and open your heart, even on the most ordinary day. And if ever you find yourself questioning your purpose or feeling lost, remember that purpose is not a destination, but a journey. It unfolds as you follow your passions, your curiosity, and the stirrings of your soul. Sometimes, purpose reveals itself in quiet, subtle ways, in the way you show up for others, in the creative spark that lights your imagination, or in the simple act of choosing kindness. Trust that your purpose is already within you, waiting to be discovered through the unfolding of your unique path. So, keep walking gently, dear one, with your heart open and your spirit curious. Your life is a beautiful, unfolding story, rich with meaning and possibility. Each day offers new opportunities to grow, to love, and to shine your light more fully. And through it all, know that you are deeply loved and eternally held in the embrace of divine grace. Let this truth settle within you now, as you breathe in peace and breathe out any lingering doubts or fears. Feel the steady beat of your heart, the steady rhythm of your breath, and the quiet strength that lives inside you. You are a beloved child of the universe, a radiant spark of love and light, walking a path uniquely your own. And as you continue forward, remember that every step, no matter how small, carries the power to transform. And that transformation is always possible when you hold love as your guide. And as you hold love as your guide, remember that patience is a gentle companion on this journey. Sometimes, the path ahead may feel unclear, or the progress you wish for might seem slow. That's okay. Growth is not a race or a checklist. It is a tender unfolding that respects your own timing. Be patient with yourself, especially on days when your spirit feels heavy or your steps feel unsure. Know that even in stillness, there is movement happening beneath the surface. The roots of your being are strengthening, preparing you for the blooms yet to come. So, breathe deeply. Lean into the present moment, and trust that the universe is working with you, not against you. Sometimes, you may feel like you're carrying burdens too heavy to bear. I want you to hear this clearly. You are never alone. In those moments, you are always surrounded by love, visible and invisible, that supports you. When the weight feels overwhelming, it's okay to ask for help, to lean on others, or simply to rest in the knowledge that you don't have to carry everything by yourself. Sharing your struggles is not a sign of weakness, but an act of courage and wisdom. When you open your heart to others, you create a space for healing and connection that uplifts not only you, but those around you as well. and in those quiet moments when you feel lost or unsure. Try to remember the small sparks of joy and gratitude that flicker within you. They may be subtle, a warm ray of sunshine on your skin, the sound of a bird's song, the taste of something delicious, or the memory of a kind word. These sparks are gentle reminders that beauty and goodness are woven into the fabric of your everyday life. Even when the shadows seem long, let these little lights guide you back to yourself and to the truth that your life is a precious gift, filled with moments worthy of celebration. It's also important to embrace your unique gifts and talent without comparison or judgment. You were created with a distinct light that no one else can shine in quite the same way. Your voice, your creativity, your kindness, your way of seeing the world, they are all sacred expressions of your soul. When you honor these gifts, you not only enrich your own life, but also contribute something invaluable to the whole. So don't be afraid to lean into what makes you feel alive, even if it feels different from what others expect or understand. Your authenticity is a beacon that encourages others to be brave enough to express their own truth. In the ebb and flow of life, there will be times when you stumble or make mistakes. Please, don't be harsh with yourself during these times. Mistakes are not failures. They are part of the learning and growing process that shapes your wisdom and resilience. When you fall, allow yourself the grace to get back up. Dust yourself off and try again. Celebrate your willingness to keep moving forward, no matter how imperfect the journey may seem. Each step taken with courage and openness adds to the beautiful mosaic of your life story. And as you continue to cultivate love within and around you, remember that forgiveness is a powerful gift you can give, both to yourself and to others. Holding on to anger, resentment, or regret can weigh heavily on your heart, blocking the flow of peace and joy. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or excusing what has hurt you. It means releasing the grip that pain holds on your spirit, so you can heal and move forward with lightness. It is a gift you offer yourself, a way to reclaim your freedom and your capacity to love fully. I invite you now to take a moment and think about someone or something you might be holding on to. Whether it's a hurt, a judgment, or a limiting belief. If you feel ready, you can share in the comments below what forgiveness might look like for you. Or simply hold this intention quietly in your heart. Remember, this is a safe, loving space where your truth is honored and your journey is respected. As you walk this path, keep your heart open to wonder and curiosity. Life is full of mysteries and surprises that can delight and inspire you if you allow yourself to be present and receptive. Sometimes, the greatest lessons come wrapped in unexpected moments or through simple experiences that catch you off guard. Embrace these moments with a playful spirit and a willingness to learn, knowing that every experience, whether joyful or challenging, is part of the rich tapestry of your growth. Know also that your dreams and desires are not insignificant. They are whispers from your soul, inviting you toward fulfillment and joy. Don't be afraid to dream big, to set intentions that excite and uplift you. Your hopes matter, and they deserve to be nurtured with care and belief. Even if the path to your dreams is not yet clear, trust that the seeds you plant today will sprout in time. Keep tending to your inner garden with patience, faith, and love. And when doubt or fear tries to cloud your vision, remember the strength that lies within you. You have already overcome so much, and each challenge has shaped you into the resilient, compassionate being you are today. Draw on that inner reservoir of courage whenever you feel uncertain. You are capable of more than you realize, and your spirit is infinitely strong. As you continue on your journey, may you find moments of deep peace amidst the noise, moments of connection amid the busyness, and moments of joy amid the routine. You are a beautiful expression of life itself, and your presence here matters more than words can say. Thank you for sharing your time with me today. If any part of this message resonated with you, I invite you to leave a comment below. Perhaps a thought, a feeling, or a hope you're carrying. Your voice enriches our shared experience and reminds us all that we are walking this path together. Hand in hand. Now, take a deep breath. Feel the love that surrounds you and lives within you. And step forward with an open heart and a courageous spirit. You are deeply loved. You are never alone. You are exactly who you are meant to be. Amen.